always a pleasure to have my next guest on the show, Ike Villanueva, who will be fighting next on October the 23rd at UFC Vegas 41. Ike, how are you?
Oh man, doing great, man. Getting ready. 1 week out. This is what we get. This is what you fight for, man. Moments like this, man. On the big stage, man. I'm excited, brother. I can't wait to get to Vegas and really, get down to action.
Yeah, so we're coming right down to crunch time now. I imagine you must have most everything done in your camp. What left do you have to do before you fly out to Vegas?
Oh man, just a little touch up with the teams, a little bit of late night, a little bit more wrestling, a little bit more grinding with the team, man. It's always good if I get done Monday night. That'll be my last training session, and we just cut weight the rest of the days in Vegas. But a little bit more. So I got one more sparring session on Saturday, and that should be it, man. Like I said, I had great strength and conditioning. My last one today in the pool. Hey, those pool sessions, man. Hey, if you're a swimmer, I salute y'all, man. These 100-meter swims, they've been kicking my ass. Because as an athlete, you're like, man, that don't look too hard. Do these breath holds, and man, it's a pain in the ass, bro.
I imagine you got to be cutting a lot of calories though doing that swimming. So what's the weight at right now?
Oh man, I'm sitting good, 218, man, holding strong. About to have a big lunch right now, so which is always good. I'm not the biggest light heavyweight, but I carry a lot of mass sometimes when I'm in the off season. But man, as for weight, man, I'm not worried about the weight. I'm ready to go, man. I'm excited.
And I understand that they just had you do a virtual COVID test before we started this interview. What are those protocols like now for the UFC? Like, what are all the hoops that you have to jump through in order to be cleared come fight night?
Oh, it's the same thing in a standard COVID test, but here they make sure we're on the Zoom call and we're on camera where we get the swab. We got to go 10 times one nostril, 10 times the other. They got this little container where we break the stick and put it, and we ship it out. But as soon as you take your test, like, you got to ship the package. Like, as soon as I get done with this, I got to go drop this package off at UPS. And that way we're cleared. That way we go to Vegas, no problem. Then we got to get tested once again in Vegas, but it's rapid. Then we get tested again at the weigh-ins. And that's it. But, hey, man, they did a great job with doing this COVID thing, man. I had no problems with them. Thankfully, they got Dana White and the UFC. They took care of business with this, man. I'm glad.
That is good to hear. As far as this training camp has gone thus far, anything new, anything different, any new training partner, or has it been pretty much just like the same as always?
Nah, man. I tell you what, I went a little bit old school with this one, man. I started at 4 Ounce Fight Club coming up. I kind of got that little fire and got the guys back to it, man. I let Daniel Pineda run the camp since I'm fighting a he's not much of a wrestler, but he is a wrestling style, from Romanian style. And Coach Pineda, man, really, stepped it up. We got a lot of young guys which don't have egos. When you train with like these guys in the UFC, they're not gonna go too hard because they don't want you getting the best of them. I mean, you probably heard it before, guys. They got a lot of egos. I like training with these hungry fighters, these up and comers that really want to push me, really want my spot. So they really try to take it to me. And that's one thing about it, man. We went back to 4 Ounce Fight Club and we brought everybody in, man. If you're around Houston, you've been in there grinding with us, man. So it's been great. But like I said, man, it's like being born again and getting that fire back when you're training with the guys that who they see me come up. They see my struggles and they see me, hey, when you hit rock bottom, they see me come up, man. So these guys are proud that I'm doing what I'm doing. So, man, it's been great so far. But like I said, Daniel Pineda, hey, big thanks to him this fight camp, man. He really kicked my ass.
All right, that's fantastic. Can't wait to see you compete on the 23rd. I did want to ask you too about that balance between, your personal life and your training life. I know you're a proud father, and your son looks like he's quite the football player, man. So what can we expect to see out of him moving forward? Is he going to be in the NFL one day?
Hey, you see it, man. We're that Pado Panthers, man. I always give my boys pride. So my son, he's 17 right now. He's 6'4". He's about 275, 280 range. But also, I got my stepson. He's a senior as well, 17, 6'2", 285. I mean, these are my old linemen. These are my bodyguards. And you see in my social network, I'm always hyping them up, always getting them their little their shine because, hey, man, they're in the gym with me. Anytime I'm in the highest level of anything in the UFC, you don't get no higher than this, but I'm able to share it with my sons. It's an amazing feeling because most fighters, they have babies. They're 2 or 3 year olds. They got to hear the story later on in life. My boys, they witness it. So they're like, man, if I just, hard work pays off. That's what I tell them. And they got to witness that and see it. It's just amazing. But like I said, hey, man, my boys are gonna do big things. We should win a state championship this year. 5A Texas D1, man, Pado Panthers. We should win it. I'm giving it to them. But like I said, I don't know, man. They go to college, whatever they want, man. My son got some rugby scholarship offers, from Davenport, all the big rugby schools that want to play rugby, but they're big football players, man. So we're gonna see where we go in football. We'll make our commitment in February where they want to go.
Do they get into MMA? Like, do they train a lot, like the actual specifics in the different disciplines? Is that a that maybe they might want to get into down the line to maybe compete?
They love the wrestling. They're getting ready. Wrestling season coming up. My son had a great run last year in the state finals. So we're hoping this year we get back and make a strong run at heavyweight this year. So we'll see, man. They don't like to get hit and getting kicked, all that being big, and taking the leg kicks. They don't like all that. But they love the wrestling. They love the grappling. So man, they're always big into that. So maybe one day they'll get that work in that boxing. We'll see what happens. But hey, man, I'm proud of my boys, and man, as a father, you don't get no better than that. See your kids shine. It's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. No doubt. Very, very well said. I did want to ask you too, just as far as like the NFL or college football goes, do you get into that? Do you have a favorite team? Because I'm an NFL junkie. I don't miss a game on Sundays.
Oh yeah, man. Big Cowboy fan here in Texas, man. Me and my wife, we're Cowboy Nation over here. So we're living in Houston. Texas ain't doing so great. So my wife kind of converted me to being a Cowboy fan way back in 2014. So we've been riding with the boys since. But yeah, man, college football, man, big Aggie fan, man. The Aggies pulled the upset Saturday night. That was Saturday just for sports period was awesome, man. We had the Aggies pull the biggest upset. Then you had that Wilder Fury fight, which is amazing, man. You're a fan of fighting. That was amazing. It was incredible.
Yeah, so I'm glad you mentioned that, because how would you rank that greatest heavyweight boxing bouts of all time? A lot of people are putting it right up there in the top 2 or 3. Do you think that's the case, or are we got to pump the brakes a little bit?
Yeah, for this generation, you have to. You got to rank high, because when was the last time you seen heavyweights really throw down like that? You haven't seen that since like the Riddick Bowe Holyfield. Like my kids don't remember; they weren't even born then. So I as a kid, I got to witness all that great boxing at heavyweights, watching Lennox Lewis, Riddick Bowe, George Foreman, all those big heavyweights. To see Fury come back and do what he's doing, man, Fury is he's like a Canelo in a big man's body, because that guy can move, man. I'm just a fan of his, and man, I just love what he does, man. He can sing, he can box. He's just all around, man. That dude is awesome. But that was a hell of a fight. Like this century, you got to give it to him, man. That ranks one of the highest fights, man.
Is there any heavyweight boxers on the planet right now that can beat Tyson Fury, or is he just going to keep running through these guys until he retires?
Yeah, until he retires. Yeah, he has everybody's number. I don't see nobody getting in there with him, because he's going to get in your head. You ain't going to get in his head. With Tyson Fury, he's the only guy that can beat himself. Only he can beat himself. And I think he had already got past all his downfalls and his alcohol, everything he did. He got past that. So right now he's dominating, man. He's living proof, man.
Yeah, I really enjoy watching him compete inside the squared circle there. Let's talk about that last fight for you, man. Unfortunately, that didn't go your way against Prachnio. What's the takeaway from that? Like, what can you learn from that to move forward and make yourself a better fighter?
And so when I got back, man, we took all the positive about the fight and we took the negative. I had Prachnio hurt. The first punch I landed on Prachnio busted his eye. I had him. I didn't shoot. I should have, man, took him down, got him out of there quick, man. I didn't trust my gas tank at the time to really just unload, because he was so big and so long. I wanted to go with the body more, but the way he was blocking, if I would have hit low and kind of elbow on my arms, it would really did some damage. So, man, I kind of let off the gas a little bit too much. I should have just jumped on it. Second round, he made a great adjustment. Caught me with the liver kick with the toes, man. Hey, props to him. But, man, like I showed that fight that I can bang with the best. My boxing is top notch. I can hang with the best. And a lot of guys, they'll talk down, well, he's not big enough for light heavyweight. Man, when I hit you, I'm just as strong as all these light heavyweights. So, man, we came back home, really started pushing the cardio. And Pineda's like, man, really pushing that gas tank. When you got him hurt, go, shoot, double leg. Just, man, nonstop. So that's one thing you can see this fight, man. You'll see me be more calm, more relaxed, but really, you see I got somebody hurt. It's not going to be no barrage. I'm going to set it up. I'm going to get him out of there. And I see the opportunity of this fight. This could be a 3-round war, but I'm excited for it because this guy, he loves a bang. And this is like a perfect fight for me. So I'm ready for it.
I'm glad what you said with your answer and that question about Prachnio too, because I really felt like you could have got him out of there. So to work on the cardio, to press the gas a little bit more. I'm excited to see, you know, how that translates into your next fight here. I also just wanted to get your take on the upcoming championship fight between Glover Teixeira and the champion Blachowicz, man. Who do you see winning that one and how?
So, as an older guy in this fight game, I look up to Glover. I got to spend time with Glover in my last fight in Vegas, and just this guy is so humble. He's like down to earth. There's no arrogance to him, and he just told me, he's like, man, I tell him I feel like I'm getting old. He goes, no, you're not. He's like, man, he goes, I'm 42 and I still push, and that was kind of like motivation. And man, I'm a big fan of his. Nobody deserves it more than him. I seen what he did to Anthony Smith when I fought on that card in Jacksonville. The whole time he was apologizing to Anthony Smith because he was beating him so bad. And Anthony Smith, he's the OG of the game too. He's like, it's business, man. I understand. Do what you got to do. But like any man that can beat the shit out of you and apologize to you while he's doing it, that's crazy. But hey, man, Glover's amazing. I hope he pulls it off, man. I can't wait.
Do you think he will though? Because Blachowicz is a tough out. Do you feel like Glover done?
I think so. I think when he fought he just fought the middleweight champ, but there wasn't no true test. He really just outclassed him. But you get down there with Glover, and Glover gets you down, you're not getting up easy. I mean, Glover, he's a beast on that ground, and he can stand too. So I see that one being about a 4-round war. I think Glover gets him in the 4th. I may be wrong, but hey, I'm pulling for Glover on this one, man. That whole card is stacked. I can't wait to see it.
You and me both, my friend. I cannot wait. But first, I'm more excited to watch your upcoming fight. Before that all goes down, let's talk about it. Nick Negumereanu, he's 10-1. He's coming off a split decision win over Khmer, his last fight out. Prior to that, he lost a UD fight to Sapurbeg Safarov. Man, a lot of these crazy names. It's difficult trying to pronounce all these names.
Yeah.
Tell me how you like this matchup for yourself. You talked about him being a grinder, someone that's going to push the pace. How do you see this fight going?
Hey, whoever got some more in the tank, whoever has that fire. You look at his record. He got they padded him up pretty well. So, I mean, we're supposed to be doing. That's the difference on the guys nowadays that are coming up. They're able to pad that record a little bit before they start getting it tested. When I came up, we had no choice. You had to fight who you had to fight. You couldn't pick who you wanted to fight. But with him, I mean, you seen when he had a tough fight, his first fight in UFC, he just got dogged. I mean, fighting a guy like me, I don't back up. I mean, you ain't gonna catch me on. I went toe to toe with Shay Sherman. Shay Sherman had me about 50 pounds, and I was banging it up. Yeah, there's no fear in me. So he thinks he's gonna come in and try to push me back, man. He's gonna be in a world of hurt. If he's gonna try to box with me, he's gonna be in a world of hurt. So, man, my thing is I gotta make it an ugly fight, make him fight on his back foot, and just make it, man, it's going to be a dog fight, man. So, hey, when he wants to shoot, I'll be ready for it. And my job is, hey, keep it up on the feet. And if I see opportunity, I'll take his ass down. But like I said, I like this fight. This is the kind of fight for a guy in my career to motivate me to push. I like fighting these guys that are 10-1, that have a little bit more hype on them, instead of fighting an older guy that's kind of 500 too. I want these young fighters, man. Show them, hey, man, this old dog still can fight, man. So, hey, it's a 26 versus a 37-year-old, man. I'm fighting for all the old dogs this night. So, hey, I'm about to make the most of it.
As it stands right now, you're the co-main event of the evening. How exciting is that for you?
Hey, that's big. I mean, regardless of the money, whatever it is, just even being in the category anywhere near that main event is awesome because, man, years and years of hard work got me to the UFC. They can talk bad about me on social media all they want, but you weren't there when I was climbing. I deserve everything I got so far. And just to get this opportunity and show the world what I can do, it's going to be awesome, man. I can't wait, man. We're excited in this household, in my house. My wife's excited, my daughter, man, my boys. So, man, it's time to go, man. I'm excited for this matchup and very thankful.
Ike, it's always a pleasure talking to you, my man. Again, Ike Villanueva steps back into the octagon on October the 23rd at UFC Vegas 41. Before I let you go, man, I want to give you the floor. Tell people where to follow you on social media. And if you have anyone to thank, the floor is yours.
Hey, HK44 at Instagram. I'm always on there, man. Anytime. It's always open. Hey, big shout out to, man, Pado Panthers, man. Big in the community out here in Katy, Texas. My boys' high school, man. Check them out. We will be state champs. To my sponsors, GSI Global Security, Edgar Navarro, man, Jan Military. Thank y'all. And that's Tina Ochoa. Man, big thanks to her and Primo Mix Michelada. Just everybody here back home in Texas, man. I'm very thankful for everybody here, especially 4 Ounce Fight Club, Main Street Boxing. Those are my boys. So we're time to get to work, man. And thank you very much, man. Our radio sports agency. Hey, thank y'all.